Hello guys, welcome back to our channel, and today new video we're gonna continue working our 2019 Maserati Ghibli. And today's video we're gonna start to focus on the damage here in that bracket that holds that intercooler, because that bracket is bent and the whole cooler is like close to the tire. But before we start, I wanna share with you guys something, and I need your input if any of you guys has any information. It looks like there is some damage here on the inner core. I'm not sure if it's leaking or not. Also a little bit bent here in the top. I'm not sure if you guys can see it or not. When we got the car, we run it, we didn't notice any leak or anything, but here that reservoir, it has two holes. This one is full, this one is completely empty. And I was reading about why it has two. Then some forums, some people say that's for the engine, that's for transmission, and I think hydraulic steering, something like this. So if any of you guys know what is this for, what type or kind of coolant that we have to purchase, is it the same or is it different, how to check for any leak that made that coolant to go down all the way like this, please share in the comments. Let us know if any of you guys have information about that. Please let us know so we don't damage anything related to transmission or engine or anything like this. So again, we're gonna start fixing that bracket. So we move it back, and after this we're gonna put the new shock absorber or strut back assembly in here, and then we're gonna try to focus on put everything back together that we took off here, and from the other side, the bar and everything, as much as we can, so we don't have to go back to this area and we be completely done here. Put the engine, the top plastic cover in the top again, so put everything back in position so we don't have to come back again and do anything regarding that area. So let's get started. I found that bracket, you can remove it by there are 4 pulls or nuts, these 2 here, and there is one here and one over there. So these are the 4. I think these are 2 nuts, and maybe these are 2 bolts. We'll need to these are 2 bolts that we need to remove, 2 in the top, and I think the whole bracket will come out. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now and remove that bracket and try to straighten it, then pull it back and see if the angle will go back correct, or it's gonna still like this. You guys can see it's not like straight. I will show you the other side. Okay, so that's the other side. You guys can see it's going straight down. The other one is like a little bit in, so we're gonna try to see if we can get that straightened. Also, if you guys can notice, let me get some light. You guys can notice the gap here between the bracket and the inner cooler. That gap here is the same all the way around compared to the damaged size. It's open here, but it's close here again, and that's where it bent. So I think when the accident happened, that bracket here hit the inner cooler and bent it a little bit. So that's what we're gonna do now. Get that bracket removed, inspect the inner cooler more, make sure there's no more damage in it, and try to straighten it, pull it back. Okay guys, so far the damage, we found that where the bolt goes to hold the intercooler to the bracket, it's broken. On this side the plastic is broken. Also, I'm not sure if you guys can see in the camera now, but there's a crack on that plastic also. I'm not sure. And again, there is a pent here with some damage. There is down here, let me get the camera pointed down. There's a pent here as well with some damage. I'm not sure if that inner core will perform good or not. I'm not sure if there will be any leak or not. You guys let us in the comment what do you think. Keep it, try to weld that plastic piece back here in place, and we'll try to weld that plastic crack here or not, and we're gonna be able to try to save that intercooler instead of buying a new one. Again, Maserati's parts are expensive. This piece is about like used, you're gonna find for about $600-700. Maybe we have luck to find a little bit cheaper, but to change it's gonna be a process of, you're gonna have almost drain the coolant and kind of replace your coolant and flush the system and make sure like you bleed it. We'll see how it goes. We'll try to save it, and we'll go from there. But let's now try to focus on fixing that bent piece here. As you guys can see, shouldn't be that hard. You just need to push this one back. So let's go and try to straighten this one. We decided to try GB weld to weld that in place. Also, we found that that bracket here is kind of bent a little bit, so we straightened it. We straightened the other main bracket here. So now we're gonna do the GB weld to fix that piece in place. We'll leave it to dry. Okay. Meanwhile, we're gonna start to put the shock absorber back, and maybe start to put everything back here together till the GB weld sit and get hard. And after this, we're gonna start to put the bracket back on and finish that part. And now we're gonna start to open our new shock absorber here. One of the most expensive shock absorber ever bought. Right?
How much is it?
600 something.
600 something?
Yeah, about 700.
Okay.
So we're gonna go ahead.
Easy.
Yeah, open it, get that coil compressed, and get ready. Check this out. We have the new shock absorber and everything in place, nice and perfect. And we got also from here, we bought all the bolts. We start to get some of these wires in place, the cable in place. Regarding this one here, what we fixed with GB weld, I'm gonna leave it for 24 hours, so I'm not gonna touch it till tomorrow. And it's already very dark now. We are very late, so we're gonna come tomorrow morning. We're gonna start by trying to reassemble that whole area here, the bar, the coil, the plastic cover. Then we're gonna put the wipers back on, and then we'll be able to put our engine cover back on, and we'll be done with that area, so we're not gonna mess with it again. I hope so. Then after that, I hope that will be already complete and strong enough for us to assemble the intercooler back in place, and hope it's gonna come into place. We're gonna do some measurements again. When we found out it's a little bit bent from down here, we had to like choose a fixed point from where the frame to a fixed point on the intercooler, and compared to the other side, it was a little bit about a half an inch, and half an inch is a lot. So maybe when we put the fender liner, it's not gonna fit well. So we wanted to be strong. Then tomorrow we'll try to assemble that piece. Okay guys, we are in the next day here, and we're gonna continue to try to put everything back together here, as we said. And then after this, we'll move to the intercooler and try to put the brackets back, see if the GB weld hold everything or not, and we'll go from there. So let's finish with the bar, and maybe put the plastic cover here, and then after we finish everything in the top here, we'll move down there. Here we go, guys. We put all the cowl, the wipers back, everything went in place as it should be. Perfect, nice, everything aligned back into the holes. It took some adjustment, but everything is good so far. What we're gonna move in next, remember we removed that wiper fluid reservoir. That will be our next step. Then we'll be done. Again, the key of when you do a big job like this, be organized. Be organized. Be organized. Everything you remove, as you guys saw, we put in a Ziploc bags with what is it for? So we know, like, these are wiper coil plastic plus tank. So we know everything here is for this. Before we have like crossbar, everything in that Ziploc bag for the crossbar. And we have more like Ziploc bags with marker on them that what is it for. So we'll keep going, get that area here finished, then move to our intercooler and see how it goes. Check this out, guys. After we straighten all the brackets and everything, our intercooler is in place. If you guys look at that gap here, let me get the light. Guys, remember that gap here was close here, and that was close to the intercooler, and that was close a little bit bent here. It looks now it's the same all the way around. And look at the good side here, as you guys can see, it's same all the way around. And again, same angle, same everything. We did some measurement and everything in a good place. Now let's put the tire on this side and make sure that we have enough gap and compare the gap with the tires on. And here we go, guys. We are all done with this car for today's video. We have the wheels on. We keep adjusting till we got to the nice space between this tire and the other side. And definitely I was pushing a little bit. That was my mistake, and I broke the GB weld that I did after I maybe installed it and removed the bracket 2 times. But at the end, let me tell you guys, you got it again with a GB weld. We bought it on, no problem. It might break from the air pressure. We'll see how it goes. Worst case scenario, we're gonna change in the future. I'm trying to save some money here. But for most of the interior damage, everything, we're done. We put the new tires. Car's sitting great. I like it. I love it. Now I need to reconnect the battery finally. I hope we're not gonna do any more welding, and get the car out, because I want to clean a little bit of my garage. It's a mess everywhere, so I want to clean a little bit. Then we'll put the car in again and start with the fenders, try to fix the fenders and bumpers, and try to check fit everything and make sure everything align well. And if everything good, then we'll go to the painting time. But I'm so happy with the result we had so far. Thank you so much, guys. Please subscribe to our channel. Please subscribe. Comment, drop your comment. Tell us what do you think about what we did so far, about fixing that crack here and painting and everything, and about fixing that bracket and the intercooler. I want to mention that intercooler, I think it's air coolers, is not fluid cooler. So I'm not sure why I have one. Okay, one of the opening in that reservoir for coolant is almost empty. I was reading and it's about transmission and hydraulic bar steering, and some people say it's normal to go down. So what I would like to do is just get some of the coolants. I just need to call the dealer, because I was searching and it's mainly a coolant that doesn't sell here in the US. It's sold mainly in Europe, so I want to make sure what are the alternative here in the US, and try to buy some so I can fill that reservoir all the way up and check for any leak. Again guys, thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel, comments down below, tell us what you think about the build, tell us about the work we did so far, and have a good one.